new for 88, Wednesday at 9. Hannay.
Over the past 18 months, we've lost 5 agents.
A systematic policy of terror.
What the hell is going on?
When were you last in Scotland?
You're a very cool card, Mr. Hannay.
This may be some blissful adventure to you.
They are keen on killing me.
Hannay?
Robert Powell as Hannay, a new drama series starting Wednesday at 9. New for 88 on ITV.
Another brave Scotsman's investigating a case of murder in cold blood when Taggart is back after the news, which in turn is after the break.
In Homeworld's winter sale, every furniture and electrical item displayed is reduced to clear. The Homeworld sale is now on.
It's the time that you take, it's a coat, it's a break, it's a pause in the beat, a cool from the heat. Ah, just what I need. It's a hit, Coca-Cola is it. It's put them on hold, that Coke is ice cold. It's let the train wait, don't care if I'm late. It's just how you feel, it's the break that's for real. It's a kick, it's a hit, it's a coat, it's a kick, it's a hit, it's a coat, Coca-Cola is it.
We're still losing height. Oh, no, Claude!
You'll be glad you had an extra strong mint.
She's done it again. She knows what she's doing. She's got Horse Sense. Horse Sense is published in weekly parts. There are lessons for beginners with easy-to-follow step-by-step instructions and lessons for more experienced riders with lots of advice on how to take care of a pony so that it stays well and happy. In fact, you'll find everything you want to know about horses and riding in Horse Sense. So start collecting it tomorrow.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Holiday in Europe with Yellowway Trathen. Travel in luxury coaches to Austria, Switzerland, Italy, Germany, France, and those lovely sunny coasts. You'll stay in excellent hotels and enjoy many memorable excursions, all included in the price. Departing from Plymouth, Exeter and Torbay. For a brochure, phone Plymouth 266 655.
If you're feeling desperate, lonely, or suicidal, remember, the Samaritans are only a phone call away.
Oh, San Matilda, On New Year's Day, join Channel 4 and viewers around the world for a massive live celebration of Australia's 200th birthday. A vivid and fascinating picture of this young and zestful country. It'll be an early start for us Poms, so bring your hangovers with you as we go down under for a celebration of a nation on New Year's Day morning, starting at 8:30.
Walls in the till with me.
Well, back here on TSW, it's time for the national news at 9:30.
The news from ITN.
Ulster Police Chief warns of a New Year bombing blitz by the IRA. Mr. Gorbachev says it's been a watershed year for arms control. The Zeebrugge ferry hero says the honour is for all of us. And police in Trafalgar Square go all out to protect the revellers. Good evening. Police in Northern Ireland say they're bracing themselves for a major IRA bombing blitz in the new year. The RUC Chief Constable, Sir John Herman, warned today that the IRA intends to use the most deadly equipment, which could include surface-to-air missiles. He said no one should underestimate the vicious, evil intent of the terrorists.
Security forces have been placed on a New Year alert amid fears that the IRA is planning a new terror campaign. 2 months ago, the gun-running ship the Exund was intercepted by French customs and 150 tons of arms destined for the IRA were seized. Despite that, the RUC believe a mass of weapons and explosives, including surface-to-air missiles, have already been smuggled into Ireland.
The terrorists, there can be no doubt about it, have large quantities of material available to them. And they're preparing to use that material. I would say that their intention is not to have one wild burst at all. I believe they will plan and are planning carefully, and that will be their endeavour to very greatly raise the level of violence, death and destruction within our community.
Are you confirming they have surface-to-air missiles?
I would not be surprised if they have them.
The Chief Constable also revealed that intelligence sources indicate that the IRA will launch a new car bombing campaign in the new year. He warned the public not to underestimate the provisionals, saying they would even orchestrate the murder of their own members by rival paramilitary organisations if they became an embarrassment to the IRA. Terry Lloyd, ITN, Belfast.
The Soviet leader, Mr. Gorbachev, delivered a New Year's address to the Russian people tonight, describing 1987 as a watershed, marking an historic process of abolishing nuclear weapons. Robin Staniforth at ITN was watching the Soviet television coverage.
The message, broadcast from the Kremlin just before midnight their time, spoke of the need to push on with reform. Mr. Gorbachev said the difficulties encountered during the reform process must not lead to a retreat. He said the leadership realized full well that the Soviet economy did not yet meet the demands of the population. But he said the high moral qualities of patriotism and composure, industry and confidence in the future would make the second stage of perestroika reforms a success. He did not mention the forthcoming summit with President Reagan next year, but did say their meeting in December this year had been the most important international event.
Here, the editor of The Sun, Mr. Kelvin Mackenzie, has apologised for publishing details of the New Year's honours list before they were officially announced. In a letter to the Prime Minister's press secretary, Mr. Mackenzie said he thought the awards had been too long in coming, but he promised there will be no further breaches of government embargoes by The Sun. One of the Zeebrugge heroes awarded a George Medal in the honours list is to launch an appeal for the victims of last week's ferry disaster in the Philippines, in which 2,000 people died. Mr. Andrew Parker, whose wife is from the Philippines, saved more than 20 people on the Herald of Free Enterprise by using his body as a bridge.
The citation for gallantry on the night of the disaster refers to the bravery of those who took part in the hazardous rescue. Ferry staff and Navy personnel are commended. George Medal winner Michael Skippen died helping others to escape.
My first reaction was burst into tears because I was so proud of him. It's something I would have expected him to have done. And if he had to go at all, then he would be very proud himself to collect this medal.
Passenger Andrew Parker used his own body as a bridge over which 20 people clambered to safety.
There was such a lot of bravery that night that inevitably many people have not been rewarded or honoured, and my feeling is that this is for them as well as for me.
Malcolm Shakespeare, Merchant Navy officer, won the MBE for helping coordinate the rescue. 13 Belgians received honorary awards, the highest ever number of foreign nationals included.
Do you feel a hero?
No, not that. I do only my duty, and I am glad to help other people.
2 other Belgians and a Briton won a little-known award nominated by the Department of Transport for saving life at sea.
Among the other men and women being honoured, Britain's pioneering doctors Patrick Steptoe and Robert Edwards. They become CBEs. 1,000 test tube births on, they believe the honours show their work is now becoming more morally acceptable.
It means so much to us. First, of course, personally, but secondly, for the work, because there's been a great deal of debate about the ethics of the work, and this award must surely mean that we're getting past that difficult period.
Patricia Hayes spoke for the many show business stars honoured today.
I'm amazed that I've got it. I'm rather excited, in a way, because it is an honour. I just think that more people should have them.
Among the unsung heroes honoured, muscular dystrophy sufferers Margaret and Jack Weimer from Norwich. They raised £180,000 to run a centre for the disabled, and they become MBEs. And at ITN, newscaster Sandy Gore, correspondent in Vietnam and Afghanistan, gets the CBE.
These people are waiting, hopefully, but I imagine vainly, for a helicopter to land here on the roof of the American embassy in the middle of Saigon and take them to safety.
The family and friends of the British journalist John McCarthy, who's been held hostage in Beirut for more than 600 days, are holding a candlelit vigil tonight in a London church. The vigil follows appeals for his release from his family on Lebanese television. The Archbishop of Canterbury also issued a Christmas appeal on his behalf. No group has admitted holding Mr. McCarthy, who was seized on his way to Beirut airport. Europe's Skiing World Cup has been thrown into chaos because there's not enough snow in the Alps. Thousands of Christmas skiing holidays have also been ruined by the spring-like weather. There's no snow at all on the lower slopes at Kitzbühel, Garmisch-Partenkirchen and Gstaad. At Tignes, Zermatt and Sausey-Dous, skiers have found a few places to ski, but